Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited you're here today because we're about to dive into a small but surprisingly fascinating piece of American coinage, the 1979 D Lincoln cent. You've probably seen this coin countless times, maybe even tossed it into a jar without a second thought. But today, we're going to explore this penny in a whole new light. Its design, the story behind it, what it's worth today, and what you should do if you find one in great condition. Grab your magnifying glass. And let's dig in. Let's kick things off with the design. On the obverse, or front side of the coin, you'll find one of the most recognizable faces in American history, Abraham Lincoln. This design was created by Victor David Brenner and first appeared on U.S. pennies in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It was a big deal back then because it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Up until then, coins featured Lady Liberty or other symbolic figures at the top of Lincoln's portrait. You'll see the motto, "In God We Trust." To the left of his profile is the word Liberty, and to the right, you'll see the date, 1979. Just below the date is a small D mint mark, which tells us that this penny was struck at the Denver Mint. Flip it over to the reverse, and you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic building located in Washington, D.C. This design was introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, replacing the original wheat ears design. The memorial image was created by Frank Gasparo and is so detailed that if you look closely, you can even spot a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside, just like in the real monument. Above the memorial are the words United States of America, and right below that is E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. At the very bottom of the coin is 1 cent. Now let's talk a bit about the history surrounding this coin. The year 1979 was an interesting time in America. The country was dealing with economic challenges, including high inflation and an energy crisis. The cost of living was rising, and people were paying closer attention to every cent they spent. Meanwhile, cultural shifts were happening fast. Disco music was fading out, and new technologies were on the horizon. Through all of this change, the penny stayed the same, reliable, familiar, and essential in everyday transactions. And in 1979, the Denver Mint produced over 4.1 billion pennies. Yes, you heard that right, billions. With that kind of mintage, it's no wonder these coins are still common in circulation today. Now, let's get to the big question. What is a 1979 D penny worth today? If your coin has been in circulation and shows signs of wear, meaning it was used in daily transactions, jumbled around in pockets and purses, it's generally worth its face value, 1 cent. But that doesn't mean it has no value to collectors. Collectors pay close attention to coins that are in uncirculated or mint state condition. These are coins that never entered general circulation and still have their original bright red luster from the mint. A 1979 D penny in mint state condition might sell for about 10 to 30 cents, depending on its quality. Coins graded MS67 Red or higher, meaning they're nearly perfect and still retain that vivid coppery red color, can sell for around $5 to $10 or even more if they're especially attractive. Higher grades like MS67 Red are much rarer and can command even higher prices among collectors trying to build high-grade Lincoln cent sets. Color plays a huge role in copper coin value. Collectors grade copper coins into 3 broad color categories: brown, BN, red-brown, RB, and red, RD. Red coins are the most desirable because they've kept their original mint-fresh color. Over time, copper naturally darkens, so finding a coin that's still bright red after more than 40 years is not as easy as it sounds. Now, what about errors or varieties? The 1979 D penny isn't widely known for major errors, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. Minor errors like die cracks, off-center strikes, or small double dies can appear in almost any year. If you see something unusual, like extra lines, doubling in the letters, or an off-center design, it's worth taking a closer look. These types of errors can make your coin worth more, sometimes even hundreds of dollars if the error is dramatic and rare. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1979 D penny? First rule: never clean your coin. I know it's tempting to make it shiny and new-looking, but cleaning can leave tiny scratches and actually lower its value significantly. Collectors want coins in their original, natural state. Next, check its condition and color carefully. Compare it to online grading guides or coin books to get a rough idea of where it might fall on the grading scale. If it looks like it might be uncirculated or have an error, it might be time to consider having it graded by a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Getting a coin professionally graded provides an official certification of its grade and authenticity. This not only helps protect your coin, but also makes it easier to sell. Collectors are much more comfortable buying a coin that's already been certified. When you're ready to sell, you have a few options. One choice is a local coin shop. This is quick and easy, but keep in mind they need to make a profit, so they might offer you a bit less than the retail value. Coin shows are another great option. These events are full of collectors and dealers, and they're a great place to negotiate directly and maybe even get a better price. If you're comfortable online, you can list your coin on platforms like eBay. Just make sure to take clear, detailed photos of both sides of the coin. Good lighting is key. Be honest in your description, and if your coin is graded, make sure to mention it. That can help justify a higher asking price. Some sellers also choose to consign their higher grade coins to auction houses, especially if they believe the coin could sell for a premium. Auction houses often have access to serious buyers who are willing to pay top dollar for high-quality coins. And there you have it, the story of the 1979 D. Lincoln cent. From its iconic design and the history of the late 1970s, to how much it might be worth today and how to sell it, this little copper coin carries a lot more depth than you might have imagined. So next time you find a penny in your change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a tiny piece of history, or even a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1979 D penny, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our future coin stories and collecting tips. We've got plenty more videos coming up where we uncover the hidden stories behind coins you might have in your pocket right now. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and as always, happy collecting.